Thank for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise let a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top till I move over. Modern day Tupac in a new Hova. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady duck and clown. We chasing meals so we can butt that down. Top but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real boy veteran. What academy?
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
Yeah, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
180. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's gone. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 46. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Stevens. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He gets it here to Peak. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Gun. Here you go.
To the air again, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Prescott got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott yet again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Daniel Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Here we go.
Here's Goff now on second down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
4 down. Cut. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, 4 down. DC.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Four down. Check. 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
All right. Come on now.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Black 20.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Super! Hot! 180!
Goff on third down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
46. Single. Going to 88. They're going to 88. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
To throw is Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Prescott now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
You got 4.
And again, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott from the gun. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Gun.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got Pete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Gun. Nowhere. 22. Go nowhere. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Mike 20. Mike 52.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
4 down. Here we go. Mike 20.
Goff now looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Guys, check me out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Watch tight end. Key to tight end. Here we go. 180. 3 down. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Second down, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. First down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Here we go.
To the air again, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevens. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Goff. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Hey, hey, hey. You got 4.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down. 180.
Out of the gun. Gone. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Let's go. Let's finish now. 26, Mike. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stevens. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Gun. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Swerve to 8. Check 91. 96.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
26.
Prescott yet again. That's caught by Ware. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Super one.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A play fake to Gurley. Now Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Prescott looks to throw on first. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Stevens. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down.
Prescott down. He's got it. This is Ware. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch and 8. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And again, it's Prescott. Throw outside complete. That's Stevens. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
That boy's got four.
Hustle.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go, 46.
91 is
Here we go, 46.
Here we go.
Here we go, 46.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Let's go, let's finish now.
Single slot.
Prescott to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Check me out.
Here we go, 180.
Stand up over there. 26.
Switch and 8. 26.
Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Rams, they move back over 500 at 7 and 6.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, I'm two, on one day on my 3rd, I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich, made 100K on my 3rd shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, yeah, I'm 2 up, brown blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now. I got you right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now. Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Ice on my neck like I'm little weak. We run like the Paracletes. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chest to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it, the underdog with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's up, so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, Ole Green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still filming, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need me. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Honorable Cena.
Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pockets ready. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student felon. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. No clout, bought the game, all brand new chain. Ice, swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it, this shit give me. Ooh, yeah, them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the don't want no, they pull up with that. It's times 3, this how it go. Park $1 million at the we gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than PJs. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about posting her on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about posting her on the ground, man, delete her. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Ice the game, had to ice the game. So much ice, too much, had to ice the lane. Freeze the dud, freeze, had to freeze the lane. Freeze, camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up, guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics for that baby, wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's a leg with till they explode? Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows.